Well, let's see what kind of trouble can start today. And look at there. Somebody you ain't seen in a while. It's Squirrel. Bless you. Ain't got nothing to say?
No.
Alright, you heard it there first, right from the squirrel's mouth. Can't call it the horses. Looks more like squirrels. Yeah, her and Dad are off. And oh, you know, last night continued after I stopped making video last night because kid's like, hey, you need to check out the Tahoe. I'm like, now what? It's clunking. What? I think the wheel bearing's out. No, the wheel bearings are not out. Nothing's loose. So I went down, got it, and drove it, and yeah, within a block, it was going clunk. What the heck? And then I had the windows open, driving up the hill here, this hill, going up here, and we turned this corner, and I get down over the block, and I'm like, did somebody loosen the axle nut? So I get out, figured out it was passenger side, popped the nut off, the hub, oh geez, I can't talk, it's too, the center cap off, and nut's nice and tight. It ain't loose, so I had him turn the wheel, and I reached in and grabbed the half shaft. Ding, 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 ding.
What does the half shaft do?
It puts power to the front wheels when you're in four-wheel drive.
Oh.
So
It's expensive to fix.
Well, that's what she said. Is that how much is that going to cost? I'm like, well, Dad had that truck I tore down years ago. If you guys been here for a long time, I had that Goldish Tan 97 that we tore down years ago. I saved the half shafts out of that. I just got to remember where they're at, because I know I didn't sell them. They're either in that shed above the dog, or they're in the barn out back, or...
Actually, I think you put them in the shed above the dog.
I don't know. Let's see. So, yeah, I gotta go searching through the buildings to see if I can find them. So, yeah. And then the guy with the pistons, I just checked. I sent, well, before, he took a while to send them. And I sent a message asking if there was a tracking number. I never got a response from him. I sent a message last night, what are we going to do? You sent me the wrong pistons. Nothing yet. So I just sent another message saying if I had it marked that I did not get what was described. And I'll check later today. If not, I guess I'd turn it over to PayPal. It's that set of pistons I could pick up for $108, $112 all day long. And I don't have another block I want to really bore 60 to keep them, so yeah. So we're going to see what kind of today. It's supposed to get the 52. And I checked the radar, those clouds there, that's snow.
Yeah, it was snowing this morning.
But we're at 36 and it's supposed to get the 52, and I gotta get the shocks on this truck. And I'm not sure if I like the tires I put on the front of this thing. They just seem to howl. It almost gives you that grinding feeling like a wheel bearing's bad. So.
And I have no school.
Yeah, third Friday in a row that she hasn't had any school.
Next week's gonna suck because we have to go for a whole week.
Oh, you're gonna just, your little brain's gonna be so full and learn so much.
I like going to school for only 4 days a week.
Don't learn enough. So, oh no, I had the wife check out the thing on the back side. It hurt like holy bejesus and felt like I took a great big chunk out. And she's like, oh, it's just a little scratch. I'm like, nah. I took my shower this morning and it sure didn't feel like no little scratch. That stung. So, this to her is a little scratch. Oh, man. So... Alright, well, we're going to get going because we got help coming down, and I gotta take Squirrel to work at 2, and
I don't want to. I worked for the last 4 days in a row.
just think of the money you're making, kid.
Pretty soon I'm gonna get overtime, and then the house corner's gonna bitch and complain.
Well, so let them do that. So, anyway, we're off to see the wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
And I know I'm bad with my short-term memory sucks, but whoever brought up the hee-haw song, despair, gloom, and agony on me, yeah. Oh, it is. We are back in the rec center. So, maybe that's what I want to start doing at night. Shut down early and go sit over there.
Without me?
Well, thanks.
The only day I have off is tomorrow.
And you're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to go see Grandma.
I know. And find a prom server dress.
Yeah, she's serving that prom this year.
And I get to go to prom. It's so much fun.
Total different from her sister. Her sister had nothing to do with it. She maybe went once, didn't she?
No, she went.
She only went once.
She went her senior year.
No, she didn't.
Junior year.
I don't know, but anyway.
One of the two.
Yeah. All right. That's family stuff. We'll see you guys in a few. Well, you know, I was nice about squirrel breakfast. And, you know, those fast food places think they need to be $15 an hour. Well, they were still on breakfast, so that's okay, that's fine. We tried ordering meals. She sold us everything individually, but she couldn't get it. She couldn't understand English. Yeah. And I got up to the window and told the guy, I said, well, we wanted meals. And all I got was, well, have a nice day. Yeah, so I'm like, really? You guys think you need $15 an hour, but yet you can't understand English. And Squirrel wanted cheese on hers. And they charged 30 cents for a slice of cheese.
Instead of just making a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Which is what I said, and she didn't. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just. Oh. Things that drive you nuts. You just keep on pushing. So, alrighty. Okay, Squirrel just reminded me something. Well, just, it just finally sunk in what she said. You know, I kind of had the day planned on what we're going to go do. And that. We just got done doing what we do on Fridays. And, well, then she informed me, instead of being at work at 2, she's got to be there at 1, which means I got to be done by 12:30, which is less than 2 hours away.
What's that smell?
The hell is that?
I don't know, it was back there.
Almost smelled like a medical hospital like smell. That was weird. Anyway, so now I've got less than 2 hours to do work, and then I gotta go run to another town after, and you know, I play my days out, and this is where Squirrel.
Hey, it's not my fault that I have to go to work at 1. My boss is not.
Well, this is where you having your driver's license will be handy.
Why do you think I'm taking driver's ed?
I know. So yeah, I plan out my days thinking I'm going to get all the, get all this stuff done, and here I am running some more and running more. And then I wonder why I can't get things done. And I found out why the one check got ran through, because he was gone. Wife went through the thing and he hadn't got it back to me, and oh, really? So he was nice about it. I mean, so now I gotta, yeah, I said, well, it's going to take me a few days to get the account straightened out, so I tell you. So Squirrel's going to go to the farm with us. We've got two cars out there need to fix. Got the helper. And you know what? I'm glad I got a helper, because guys and gals, I'm finding out I cannot do as much as what I want to do. And last night, oh, that was something too. Last night I gave myself a shot right here in the belly, like I normally do. And I ate a couple of pieces of pizza for supper last night. And right after I gave that shot, I took a bite of pizza. I went to take another bite, and I'm like, well, maybe I got some of the insulin, because the insulin's got a smell to it, you know, for the ones that take it. And I went to take that next bite. I gave myself a shot in the gut, and a few seconds later, I tasted the insulin in my mouth. Haven't I figured out how that happened yet, or why that happened, but gave myself a shot in the gut, and I had the insulin taste in my mouth.
It was nice, and I bought you two.
I see that.
And I bought myself a big one.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a goofball. Alrighty, well, we better keep it moving. Okay, I just got off the phone with eBay. And, went to go to PayPal to file a claim. PayPal didn't give me that option. It says go through eBay. So I went to eBay and, couldn't get the right thing, so I finally picked a topic and got a phone number, called them, and they noticed that I have sent this guy plenty of messages and he never got a response back. So I gotta wait until April 4th. If I don't have a return shipping label or refund or anything, I gotta call them April 5th and go from there. And they said, yeah, we can see where you've sent this guy many messages, and so I don't know. Pretty bad when you can't even trust anybody to order anything off. And the sad thing is, the guy has a good feedback rating, but she's lucky I can't even dispute that now. But maybe eBay can remove it, and there's something for me. So anyway, yeah, there's what was clunking in the Tahoe. Found out the 94 front end I got off that pickup we cut in half last year. The axle. Fix that. Ain't this goofy? We got Squirrel in here hiding, playing with her phone, listening to music, not learning.
I'm watching a movie.
And Buddy and his kid are over there working. Oh, she's watching a movie. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was this wheel that was bad. So this is pretty much ready for him to go again. It's got a broken door handle, but since she said she couldn't get the back door open, well, opens now. I PB blastered and did all that, and now opens. So you got to be. Okay, the bad luck continues. Did you guys just see that? You got to be. Alright, well, I hope they got the struts right at least.
I have one of those open. That looked like it was the same thing.
Okay.
From what I remember.
I guess I'll find a tape measure and see. Oh, you gotta be. Brake pads right, or are they wrong too?
Right.
Okay, the brake pads are right, wrong rotors. No, the back one should be just a thin, solid half-inch piece of metal.
Yeah, these are the 6 boxes. So.
Yeah, these are just the. So I wonder if they got those right too. All right, yeah. Really? Again? If anybody ever wants a string operated window, there you go. The guy was even smart undid that, and he's having a learning curve out there with the spark plugs. I'm having a learning, and I'm glad I watched the video on this thing, otherwise I would have totally destroyed the panel. You got to tear everything apart, screw there, screw up there, and then it lifts up. So now I gotta get all these rivets here undone so we can get the old regulator out, so I can put the new one in. Yay, raw me. That rivet gun, and boy, they just barely give you enough to do the one door with the proper lengths. See, this is the length that they had. And no idea what the screws are, but that's left over there, right there. Here, you know what? Since this is all aluminum, we got the little catch thing here. I got an aluminum pail. I'll put all this in, so I don't know if the studs are aluminum, but well, they must be some kind of aluminum. But anyway, the only thing that don't seem to work right is the locks. I don't know. But it's like the key has to go in a certain way. But I don't know why it does that. Oh, that's why I hold it too long. This ain't like the Chevy. Well, I don't know. At least it opens and closes. So, and they didn't have that. And I'm not sure, but oh, there's the window regulator. I don't know what was wrong with it, but best this truck sounds since he's got it. Yep, that's what I thought. Here's number 8 coil. Does that look like a good thing to you guys? When he pulled the plug out, I thought, uh-oh. Then he found a bad vacuum line on the guess what just went bad? Almost guarantee you that. That thing's squealing. I sure hope that ain't the alternator. Wow. I know the exhaust seems to be shot on this thing too, but we're just trying to rack up a pile of parts. Let's see. Okay, we're going. Oh! Service engine soon, but sounds like they lock, but the locks ain't popping down, so not sure what that deal is. It don't want to die no more. The plugs needed replaced. Number 8 ignition coil was shot, as I just showed you. Oh yeah, I gotta get glue for the review mirror. We'll go this way. And the mailman went by, and my package was marked to be delivered today. And they drove by and did not stop. Wow. Okay. I think we'll go back, get out the computer, clear the codes, or see what other codes will come up. And see, my buddy that just did this, every video we've watched, everybody's pulled the fuel system apart to get to the coils. He actually did it without doing that. That's the advantage of having small hands and patience. Even though he was doing the last plug, he was getting pretty much ready to scream, but he got her. So, alright, well, I'll go back to the shop and get out the scanner. I went through that once. I've got the engine light turned off. The only one I can't turn off is the ABS because for some reason it won't communicate with the ABS module. Everything else. So I guess we'll see if there's any pending codes when it comes back up. It says it needs an engine oil pressure sending unit because it's got a C1284. Safety belt. Short the ground on the 4-wheel drive. Speed sensor fault. ABS wheel speed sensor. All the ones on the front end are brand new and they're plugged in, so I'm gonna have to do a test on that to see what's going on. There's all the brand new wheels and the ignition and key. Not a verified fix for that, so oops. Anyway, it runs, it sounds good. So in the window. Oh, really? What the? Clear the codes and now the window won't go up? Oh, come on. Oh, yes, damn. I'm walking away. I've put that window up a dozen times, up and down. And now it won't go back up. Okay, I got the window working. I guess the wires, I must have not had it snapped and it fell off. I was getting worried because I could hear a module under the dash every time I moved the switch, click, 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 but nothing happened. So I ended up being loose wires. And I'm probably going to be stuck with these dang pistons. The guy doesn't understand. He knows he sent me a set of 60 over, but these are not the 2-valve relief. Better compression ones. They're these. They're 4-valve. There's the part number. So, not what I wanted. He said, they were delivered yesterday. You got them. These are not anywhere close to the part number that I wanted. So I got a feeling they just went and used a generic picture and used the information from that picture to sell these. And then stuff like this happening. I'd like to know how these half-hour TV shows get it right when they can build a house in a week or a car in 10 days. Or I'm out here in the real world going, you're taking a crapshoot. Oh, and I watched the mailman drive by. My package that was marked to be delivered today evidently didn't get delivered today because they went on by, so that's still missing. I guess maybe I should have just taken and went to the rec center today. Just soaked in the hot tub and sauna all day and melted away. Anyway, I guess I'll finish this up and I'll go show you guys. I couldn't believe the difference in the Bonneville. Oh, and that's the other thing. They said they refunded me the money. Told me to keep the rotors, not worry about sending them back. The money hasn't showed up in my PayPal account or my bank account. I haven't got the emails from them yet to order the correct ones, but there's the old struts. I mean, they're pretty. But from here, you can even see. Buddy said, well, this morning he had to lift the car to get the jack underneath it. After he put the one strut in, he didn't need to do that no more. It's like I put a lift kit in the front end of that thing. The tires has never set that high. So she's got ground clearance. She shouldn't be pushing snow no more. I mean, you drove it, you didn't know anything. Not until she said it started. Well, this side strut stopped working, but yeah. I mean, I can put a whole hand's width under there. Before I couldn't get a finger in there. So that's going to make a big difference. And you can see that one's still sitting low. But right now my bank account's screwed up. So I can't use my PayPal. It's just you about pushed me over the edge. Oh, ouch. So, windows are working in this truck. Windows are working, and brakes are working. Motor sounds better. Not sure because Buddy's a little worried because number 8, that plug was pretty rusty, and the coil is pretty rusty. So I don't know. Probably should have got all 8 coils, but they didn't have the funding at the time. Said something about putting my shocks on my truck, but I'm done. I'll have to start taking motor parts and start fitting rings and get that all done and ready. and be ready to go. So the kids are on the way to get the truck. I can go home. I want it out of here. So knowing that the struts in the daughter's car were foobarred, I guess we'll have to do mom's. And we'll just have to see what goes on. So I guess I don't know much else. It's Easter weekend, and I think I'm going to work harder this weekend than I do during the week because I had too much running to do. And I don't know what we're going to do at the house. I mean, our electric company, we literally sit in the dark. We're running battery operated computers. I have one fluorescent light on at night. We've turned off the space heaters. And the paperwork they showed us, they said we're using 3 times the amount of electricity. No, you guys have just jacked the bill up that high. And I said we run our thermostat at 58-60 degrees. Literally, people, 58-60 degrees is what our house temp is. That's why nobody wants to come over. It's too cold for most people. And that might be why we hurt so much, but can't afford to stay warm. And so now they've raised our budget pay again, and I'm like, lady, we can't do that. We just can't. So, well, that was a 2 1/3 vehicles fixed today. Yeah. Anyway, you guys take care and have a happy Easter this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to videotape anything next couple of days. Yeah. I guess the kids were somewhere ahead of the Easter Bunny and they took the kids up. I guess Mason was up fine with the Easter Bunny, but Lily wanted nothing to do with the Easter Bunny. She loves Santa, but not the Easter Bunny. So I guess. Hey, they're coming for me. They're flying over. See y'all later.